Kingdom Hearts 4's approach to combat has the potential to make or break the game. As the series is known for many things like its worlds and massive story, Kingdom Hearts' combat system and fun mechanics has formed a community of its own. Often when a new action Kingdom Hearts title releases, part of the popular discussions being made ends up being about the gameplay, since that's what often keeps fans coming back, trying to defeat the hardest bosses on the most difficult settings, or making your own challenges with the many tools players have at their disposal, or playing randomizers, like I've been doing. For a lot of the Kingdom Hearts hardcore fans who love the combat of the franchise, it's one of, if not the most important aspect of the series, which puts Kingdom Hearts 4 in a unique situation. In this day and age, first impressions matter a lot more than ever before, maybe the most. While Kingdom Hearts 3 has a lot of depth in its mechanics and systems, many first impressions of the game was that it was way too easy, because the game launched without things like critical mode. Since most fans played the game at launch and not that many people would replay the game until Remine, Kingdom Hearts 3's general combat reception is positive, but also a little mixed. Kingdom Hearts 4 needs to take an approach that avoids some of the setbacks Kingdom Hearts 3 had early on. Simple places to start would just be having a critical mode at launch. But we're going to be talking about the approach Kingdom Hearts combat seems to be taking after Kingdom Hearts 3, and how they may follow up on some of the adjustments from the Remind DLC, and how this affects Kingdom Hearts 4. If you're excited for Kingdom Hearts 4, or just like Kingdom Hearts in general, hit the subscribe button down below. So Kingdom Hearts 4's battle system needs to improve on KH3's while addressing critiques and still creating something fresh. And how exactly it goes about doing that is extremely important. Things like difficulty in Kingdom Hearts games matters a lot more than I think some fans give it credit for. While not every fan plays Kingdom Hearts on the hardest difficulties or does level 1 playthroughs, for a lot of the people that keep coming back to a Kingdom Hearts game, replaying it, playing it on different difficulties completely changes the experience. Playing Kingdom Hearts 3 on critical mode or level 1 compared to playing it on proud or any of the lower difficulties, absolutely just a different game, because I'm using form changes a lot more like critically. I'm thinking about how to apply these different form changes and moves to this fight in this specific situation, compared to proud mode or lower difficulties where I'm able to just kind of mash triangle, mash buttons, and get away with anything. In the earlier days of Kingdom Hearts 2, back when Kingdom Hearts 2 first released on the PS2, a lot of the criticism Kingdom Hearts 2 received was actually about it being triangle to win. Now, while I think that is a exaggeratory criticism for Kingdom Hearts 2, it still existed. Kingdom Hearts 2 also had the easy problem when the game first launched, because many people wouldn't get to play critical mode till even much later than we did for KH3, where KH2 Final Mix didn't come out for many other countries until 2014, with the 2.5 HD remix on the PS3. Now, we don't hear much about this anymore because it's been over a decade since Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix finally came to other countries, and most new and younger fans of the franchise likely played Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix first, and some of those people are driving the discussions nowadays for Kingdom Hearts. This has even slowly been happening with Kingdom Hearts 3 and Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind. A lot of fans nowadays' first experience of Kingdom Hearts 3 is playing the game on critical mode or playing it with the Remind content already released. So newer fans' first and final impressions of both of these games, Kingdom Hearts 2 and 3, are a lot different from fans who play these games at launch on the PS2 or PS4 right when these games came out. Kingdom Hearts 2 has become the popular fan favorite Kingdom Hearts game from the community, and is often looked at as one of the best games ever made. In this era where Kingdom Hearts 2 is so popular, Kingdom Hearts 4 has decided to bring back reaction commands, which is a great move from Square Enix. Reaction commands, I think, make every interaction you have in Kingdom Hearts 2 feel unique and memorable, from giant boss fights to small nobodies and heartless. This makes a lot of enemies more memorable and distinct instead of kind of meshing together, because one magic spell may kill everything. We only see one example of this in the Kingdom Hearts 4 trailer, but I think this one example, if it is replicated in other fights later on, and even put into smaller fights like they did with Remind, like with the Zigbar segment, I think that it will just be really cool and add a lot to the game. Something that makes everything feel fresh and new. Kingdom Hearts 4 seems to be using Kingdom Hearts 3's combat as a base, as it should. Something that isn't often pointed out in the Kingdom Hearts fandom is how different every single Kingdom Hearts game's combat system Kind of is. Number titles are the most similar amongst them, but even the number titles are very different from one another. Kingdom Hearts 1 is pretty different from Kingdom Hearts 2, and Kingdom Hearts 2 is pretty different from Kingdom Hearts 3. But what's amazing is that all these titles manage to still feel like a Kingdom Hearts game, even the command deck ones. But I would say this can somewhat be a yin and yang, because while on one hand you have a fresh experience for each Kingdom Hearts game, on the other you may lack that sort of consistency that just following the previous battle system may bring. Kingdom Hearts 4 seemingly using Kingdom Hearts 3's combat as a base is a very good thing and is very telling, because that means they have a foundation to fully build off of rather than basically making a new one. With this game as a base, they can more easily approach adding in new systems and bringing back key features from older games that fans may like to see return. A new feature that I'm very excited about is the scrap and build system, something we only saw in the Kingdom Hearts 4 trailer, and we might not have even actually have seen it, but I theorize that this reaction command we see might be somewhat of what it might be leaning towards, because it looks like Sora is taking the darkness from this Heartless and kind of forging it into its own weapon against them. But this is probably one of the big key new systems that Kingdom Hearts 4 is going to be marketed with, and I can't wait to see more of what it has to offer potentially. Our first small update to Kingdom Hearts 4 in years happened very recently in May of 2025, where we got some small screenshots showing the gameplay of Kingdom Hearts 4 and different shots of the game in Unreal Engine 5. And in these screenshots, you can actually make out a couple of details about the combat. Now, while small, these are still interesting details nonetheless. For starters, we have two arrows on the attack command that you can see down in the command menu. On the right, it seems like there's keyblade switching that's going to be returning, which I think is a very good thing. And then on the left, this might imply that we have arrows going to different command menus, very similar to what we had in Kingdom Hearts 2. The second menu is likely to have summons and maybe some other commands, who knows. You can also see a very nice quality of life feature where you can actually see the amount of items you have in the items tab without having to click on it. Aside from that, in this screenshot, I actually think the combat looks very similar to Kingdom Hearts 3. Now, the image isn't moving, but I make this out just by looking at things like flow motion, all the effects and things in the background. It feels like this has the essence of Kingdom Hearts 3 to me, but it is hard to tell whether this is flow motion or if this is a separate attack altogether, because we've never seen this attack before. Sora is seeming to have this sort of chain gimmick that I believe is going to be tied to the Kingdom Key in Kingdom Hearts 4, and that this might be a sort of finisher command or maybe a shot block that he's using as part of it. Speaking of commands, there was a slight criticism in Kingdom Hearts 3 and 0.2 about the arrow system. While people got used to the arrow system like after many years of playing these games, it looks like they have switched over to what potentially is just a bar for commands, maybe something more similar to what Birth by Sleep had. It probably works very similarly to how the arrows work, but just a visual upgrade that I think is going to be very nice for people. And that little space on the left of the commands might be just a triangle prompt. Another thing to deep dive into about Kingdom Hearts 4's combat and its general approach is its approach to boss design. Kingdom Hearts, I think, has some of the best boss design in gaming, period. And I mostly say that for organization, data fights, secret bosses. Fights like Yozora, I would put up against any boss in gaming. It is one of the best, just period to me. I love it so much. But I think when it comes to base game story fights at the end of worlds or mid-game bosses, I think those bosses are just as important, but for a different reason. Kingdom Hearts 3 had a approach of scale. They wanted bosses that were really huge, so we had a lot of kaiju fights in Kingdom Hearts 3. While I don't think a lot of these bosses were bad, and I especially love bosses like Lump of Horror or Skull, I do think that they're not generally just as memorable as just fighting a Disney villain, or even fighting a strong souped up Disney villain that's powered by darkness. In a previous video, I discussed how whether a Disney boss is good or bad, they're generally just really memorable, and sometimes just fighting Jafar or fighting that Disney villain that might have an annoying fight is still probably better than a just random Heartless fight that is still pretty well designed, but just a random Heartless fight. Like if we get a Star Wars world in Kingdom Hearts 4, I bet you whether or not the fight is good or bad, that a Darth Vader fight is just better, period, than doing some random Heartless or Nobody or Unversed or whatever they do for that world. If we got a Moana fight in Kingdom Hearts 4, fighting Taka would be a cooler final boss, or just a cool boss in the story in general, rather than fighting a giant Heartless. I understand from Square Enix the desire to make your own unique spin on a fight in a world, something more unique to Kingdom Hearts rather than just something from Disney, but I strongly believe that Sora fighting Darth Vader is just more iconic and is more of a net positive for Kingdom Hearts than Sora fighting some random Heartless that's specifically for that world. I think it's a necessity after Kingdom Hearts 3 for Kingdom Hearts 4 to hit the mark on gameplay, and not just later, not just in DLC, but at the beginning. It needs to be fun from the get-go. It needs to be fun to progress through and have a natural evolution as you play through the game. Early games should be very distinct from how late game Kingdom Hearts 4 feels, and so on. I love Kingdom Hearts combat. It is one of my favorite things about this franchise, and I can't wait to see the approach Kingdom Hearts 4 takes, and this is just my 2 cents on the direction they seem to be going, along with some critiques and general things I think they should adjust going forward as well. Tell me what you guys think about this video. What do you think are some things Kingdom Hearts 4 should improve on, or just some things you like to see in the game from a combat perspective? But with that, thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Prodigy, and remember to be nice, be safe, and take care, everyone.